Yes, hello, hi, and welcome back to what is apparently the potential final stream for the Middlemen.
The end of the line.
The end of the
Stream-wise,
end,
anyway.
the end of
For any
the end
legal
of the end.
purposes or any sort of marketing issues that might arise in the future, we're actually pronounced the mid-almond.
I don't like almonds. They're gross.
¿Por qué no los
See,
dos?
I mean, I don't know. It depends on
I
who
thought
you
that
talk
was
to.
peach pits.
Most people I know try to extract milk out of them. Everyone I know just tries to get the milk out of almonds. How do you milk an almond?
Okay, Jerry Seinfeld, chill.
What's the deal with airline food?
Oh my god.
Yeah, wasn't that like a bit on a show or something?
Somebody was imitating Seinfeld and made that joke in his voice. So that's what everybody associated him with, even though he never actually made the joke.
Question for Lord Iskael. Did you just roll a nat 1 for your starting roll too?
Oh, good.
Oh no.
Oh, jolly.
Well, you know what? All right, let's just give it a shot for the hell.
Oh, don't worry, I did too.
Oh no!
Oh, okay. Whew.
Oh,
Things are
there's
going
another
good for me.
19 points right there.
All right,
Okay.
Rena, I think that
I know,
counts for that
I
one.
fucked it up. I know.
I think
You
that
just
counts
made a
for that one.
subreddit. You just made a subreddit. How could you?
Oh, this is
Okay.
gonna be a great night for all of us.
Heart did a little bit better than casual.
Heart. Okay.
Do it.
Yeah, sure. Let's do
Do
it.
it. You won't. Do it. You won't.
I'll put it in there. Hell yeah. Why not?
What's the performance report?
Performance report is a special tab in my Discord where holy shit.
Oh no.
No. Okay.
This is absolutely a nat 1 situation right there.
But anyways, performance report is a tab on our Discord where pretty much any kind of like performance fails or screw ups gets posted out in public for everyone to see.
Oh, good.
So yeah, this is definitely going on our performance report.
Kitchen did great. Raina, not so much.
So, in any case, last time you decided to go on a vehicular within the last couple of sessions, you proceeded to take your boat,
Ram it into some stuff.
ram it into a building, boarding action the building, then
Sounds like we need to lay off the caffeine.
took a nap. At the end of your nap, you realized that the house was leaking from the top despite the water being at the bottom, and so you went up to go complain to the landlord, aka the fish bitch, and you smacked her around a bunch before eventually putting her out of your misery.
You know, if you don't mind me saying so, the only thing that's prevented this boat from becoming an all-terrain vehicle at this point is it hasn't been launched at some hundreds of feet in the air yet.
Yet.
The gods themselves are going to tear the boat out of the wall and just throw it.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and say you guys go into the next map. Go back down to the boat.
Oh god, they took the boat and threw it already. Holy, the mast is here.
That's the prow.
Oh, right, that's the word for it, yes. Word for the boat, the boat's word, Cusco's boat.
Hey, Render, you and I need to have a little talk. What? Oh.
What was that?
Your mic cut out.
Apparently, it doesn't like when I talk whenever I start yelling in Reina's voice.
We'll try
Wait,
it.
do you have
again.
do you have crisp on?
I have no idea.
If you go to your settings, check voice, turn off the attenuation and crisp settings.
Hmm.
It likes to filter high-pitched sounds or something that's not your normal talking voice.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. What the hell?
Better.
Okay. I understand some revenge thing, and your brain go blah, but that was too close. You go alone. We're supposed to be a party. We're supposed to stick together, and yet you decide to charge headfirst into danger. What did you want us to do? Sit by, twiddle our thumbs, stick them up our asses while you went and charged headfirst into danger?
If it counts for anything, I had a great time.
Nobody asked you, Hart.
Okay.
Well, I'm certainly glad that someone else said it, and I hadn't had to be the one to bring it up for once. I mean, at all. Yes.
Ulrich?
Not helping. Sorry.
Meanwhile,
he can learn.
You just see this tiny little gnome standing up, staring up and glaring at Gearbrander, just absolutely red in the face, standing on her tiptoes, pointing her finger and everything.
Ulrich's just over here like, well, I'm glad someone had the thought and not me for once.
Nope, sure didn't.
Yep, nope, totally did not get whispered. I thought I did.
Maybe because it's not capital?
No, it's because you have to do /GM.
Okay. I will remember that for the
No.
future. Well, the question
No.
still stands. Might as well let everyone know now.
That's how you do it.
You know,
I guess it just doesn't like me.
just because I'm really curious.
Did you have,
I'm
like, a
curious
space?
too.
Oh. Okay.
It's
Oh,
not
I
bringing up
guess
the
it's
menu
'cause
for
you
me.
didn't select it.
Ah, there we go.
He might have just typed it like super fast.
Don't do GM. Do Terry the Geth.
Okie doke.
Yeah. No, I think
That's
it was
weird.
just that he did it really quickly or something, and it just kind of didn't catch that.
I type
Oh.
100 words per minute. Yes.
Point in case.
You know what? You know what you didn't do? There's that drop down. You didn't hit enter or click on it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Ah, okay.
That's weird.
Well,
Yeah,
anyway,
let's
back to
let's
Well,
get back to the
anyways.
game. Let's get back to the game.
Okay. I will say this. As you're walking up to the boat, by the way, I imagine that Reyna climbed up onto a walk to yell in Gerbrander's face proper. Literally just the One Punch Man. Okay.
At seeing that he is totally unfazed, she's just like, "There's no talking to you," and she stomps off, just muttering obscenities under her breath.
Lad, before I go along with that, perhaps you haven't noticed. You do have friends here, you know.
Crickets.
Just kind of like seeing he's not going to go on, just Well, a lot of them, including myself, have, well, some more than others, risked our lives to help you with your cause. Might not be a bad idea to listen. I don't know what's going on in that head of yours, but if you want to keep it on your shoulders, you'll need friends. Well, I tried.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put you on the boat. Oh shit!
Oh,
I
having
forgot.
loads of fun.
You
Yeah, quick, dump all the bodies. Just start. No wait, leave the one under heart. Leave the one under heart. That's the one that jumped off the roof.
shit.
Oh no!
Oh, I mean, this is about accurate. There we go. Yeah, leave the body under heart. That's the one that jumped off the roof.
Get off the roof, get off the roof, get off the roof!
Yeah, I know, he's terribly disfigured.
So disfigured he looks almost human.
Handsome Squidward.
Okay,
To
now
us
we're
all,
okay.
that is disfigurement.
Now we're okay. We are okay. We are okay. I fixed it.
Sure.
I'm proud of you, GM.
Sure. I'm just gonna, for jiggles, say that is in fact the Sawagan corpse. It's just in a Yamcha pose. You know the one. From Want to know something even better? The TV series Lego's Monkey Kid had the main character in that pose, and then another character in that pose, and their version of Sung Wukong the Monkey King is voiced by Sean Schemmel.
Anytime.
Good. Good. So any case, so yeah, the Sawagan in a Yamcha pose on the deck of your ship. You did do just good enough, or actually no, hold on. Whoever's driving the ship, I need you to do me either a vehicles C proficiency check or just in a general intelligence check. Disadvantage because it's not necessarily the right one, and you got to figure it out. Luckily, you have some time.
Oof.
You're still not quite sure how to get it out. Everybody else can roll intelligence checks as well in this case. After the first one.
Lad, this is a great time to try out that asking friends for help thing that I was telling you
I figured
about.
out.
You might want to give it a shot.
Yes. Okay. While you do that, Raina figured it out.
The one person who does not like boats figured it the fuck out.
Exactly.
Lass, he's not gonna learn anything if you do it for him.
Balric.
It's called being a pal, Balric.
I will. Friends
It's
know
called
how best friends.
it's called having just enough frustration to not really give a shit whether or not he figures it out. I just don't want to be on this goddamn boat anymore.
Gerbrander, you are welcome to roll a strength check, by the way. Normal.
Nope.
Well, actually, what happens is Reyna does everything correctly, reefs the sails just right to catch the wind so it goes backwards. And as you go into the push on the wall, it comes loose. Cheating the sail. I'm sorry, I'm not fully up
He is
on my
not-
naval terminology.
One of those boating people. I'm not what you'd call a boat.
About what?
He knows what he's about.
If
Okay.
you don't stop it, I'm gonna touch the button, not in a nice way.
Okay. Up to in it.
Meanwhile, I'm apparently attempting to get us the hell out of here.
And succeeding. You rolled a nat 20. I'm gonna give it to you.
Neat.
No, the impressive bit is that she manages to get the boat all the way out
Beep,
from
beep, beep, beep.
from what's it?
The best
Okay,
part is that
what's-
no one. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I
The
know
best
you've
part
been
is
trying to
what?
say something. I was just gonna say the best part is that in this day and age, no one knows exactly what a beep is.
A
At
gnome
this point,
wood.
it's just heart babbling. At this point, but anyways, please continue, illustrious DM.
No, the impressive bit is that she manages to sheet the sails, do everything, and get on the keel and do everything and get the boat out of the building and past the docks before turning the boat around. You just did everything backwards. Probably not in this case. Oh, it's the flappy bit.
It's the spine.
Back.
You're not.
It
Wow,
displaces
I
the
am
water.
really. Wow, I was into this for a while, and I am really out of it.
Because
This was like-
keel hauling is the act of dragging somebody under the boat.
Okay, fine. She gets on the wheel and does that still.
Y'all dragging
I'm
a
gonna-
body now? What happened?
I'm gonna start getting boating terms wrong just to piss people off if this keeps going.
I can imagine him just turning around in his chair to look behind him. That's it.
In any case, however, while she does manage to very impressively get the boat out to bay backwards, I am gonna have everybody roll me either a vehicle C check or an intelligence check to actually get back to because from here you can actually get back to Port Bagginar.
Oh, fine. This is gonna be the one time I fail intelligence. Just watch.
I'm pretty sure I managed to figure it out. Again.
Yeah, no, she's just she's just, oh, by the
Fuck this ship.
the really impressive part now is that she's doing this, and she's not on like a box or anything. She's just
I'm
just
staring
on the deck.
straight at the helm, and I'm just going for it.
And it's working. So you're able to roll me perception checks really quick.
No. Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
All right.
the dwarves got it.
Well, everybody notices it. The dwarves just happen to know exactly what it is the minute it comes up.
What do our
because you're
drunken
on-
eyes see?
It's more what do your drunken ears hear, as there's some clickety clackety things happening on the deck below where Gerbrander is.
Oh shit.
But the two of you, Scorvax made it aboard.
Was there clickety
And
clackety down in the sackety?
Gerbrander and Reyna are like, they hear it, and it's like, what? The dwarves just kind of go like, they just go over to like one of the grates or something. Scorvax, is that you?
Seems like our friend met at a bard.
And you just hear the gurgling growl.
You know, lad, you got a bit more piratey there.
I don't
Oh.
know what you're going on about.
Oh, by the way,
No, he's Canadian.
Speaking of piratey, the natural 20 perception for Hart also shows him one additional thing. The captain's hat has made it to the prow of the ship.
It's already on
hanging.
my head.
No,
It's
it's
already-
hanging. It's hanging off the prow of the ship.
I don't think you heard what he said.
Like
Oh.
the positive pressure of me stress sailing this ship is keeping it attached to the very tip of the prow.
Like this man just step of winded all the way to the hat, ran back, and it's already wearing it.
But he's also already got a strictly better hat.
I'm still gonna take it.
Oh, absolutely. But I figured I'd give you a reward.
It's all a matter of
Oh,
opinion at
yeah.
that point. Man's gonna have a bag of holding full of nothing but hats. He's gonna have like a haberdashery going on.
Hell yeah.
He is his own haberdashery.
I mean, it is. He does have a guild merchant background, so I mean, he could have been a haberdasher. I don't care. Any case, with that, you're able to follow the coastline pretty well. About halfway through, Scorvax comes above deck and just kind of starts asking Reyna to go a little more to the right, into a little bit deeper waters, because she's stress sailing the whole time.
Yep,
Do you
100% stress sailing.
Do you follow the instructions? He does
I
ask
do.
as politely as he can. But it sort of sounds like Macho Man Randy Savage asking politely for a napkin.
I acknowledge Scorvax, and I'm just like, I take a couple of like calming breaths and direct the ship into slightly deeper waters. That face, Cass. But yes,
So he thanks all of you for freeing him and everything else. And I'm going to attempt to rebuild my den. It is good meeting you, fleshlings.
we're gonna miss you, Scorvax.
Aye, if you ever
Nah.
find yourself needing a hand.
I shall let the seas know of your service.
I would like to offer the captain's hat to Scorvex.
I appreciate it, but such things do not last underwater.
Oh, well, I'll be holding on to it if you ever get to go around meeting us again.
Cass?
Hmm?
Roll me a D100.
A
Name a-
D100? Those
Name a
exist?
number. Yes. Roll percentile dice. Name a number between 1 and 100 and roll it.
73. I think I pressed the button.
Oh, you just gotta like r/roll, or what is it, /roll 1d100.
Or /R.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
what he said. 27. You heard it. 27.
He said 73. Yeah, that's a normal ass hat, unfortunately.
Aww. Oh well.
I was willing to give it to you, though. Don't say I didn't give you nothing.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it was worth a shot.
Yep. And at that, Scorvax kind of does a weird thing with his arms. Insight check if you want to figure out what the hell he's doing. And then he jumps in the water. The two that rolled it. Does anybody else want to roll insight?
No, I have a feeling it was a thank you. I'm gonna accept that it was a thank you and not go against that, because I would be sad to think he insulted me.
Yeah. You both get the inkling that that was the closest approximation that he could do to a salute.
Well, all right then.
And then he jumped in the water.
It was kind of him to thank us and nothing else. Yeah.
He's a very quiet individual.
I know the feeling.
Aye, well. Let's be off then.
Yep. That was in transit. I just haven't switched your thing yet. I'm going to go ahead and say you made it back to Bagginar A-OK and are now in the company house, which has put its tables back, if you remember. All but Balric might remember that the tables were off to the side as they were like re-waxing the floors or something. I can't remember the reason.
This place.
The other tables are empty for the time being, though there are 3 patrons at the bar.
I'm glad that stress sailing worked out for me.
Aye, so what's the plan now then?
Well, we originally were told to figure out what was going on with Port Ard and what was happening with Fort Difficult. We've
Well,
no, we haven't.
That's convenient because that's actually among the first bits of news you get is that there were a lot of people came from Fort Difficult. They are now basically living in a refugee camp outside of Medium Town, helping out where they can, of course, because they're basically locals. But a lot of them were from Port Ard, and they're not quite sure what was going on there. All they knew was that they were given a message for basically everywhere else on the island. This 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 castle now belongs to me. Stay away, and I shall not bring harm upon you. I shall make myself known when I am ready.
Aye, if that isn't ominous.
Signed. Give me 1 second, sorry. I had this written down somewhere. Signed, the Dragon of the Abyss.
Oh, lovely.
Ah, elves with their names. Or was it humans? Bullock's just over here like scratching his head like was it gnomes? No, it was humans. Human?
Any case, it was very ominous, but they were all treated well, well fed, and the Sawagan were not part of it. Just however, the dudes in the robes that were taking care of them did smell very much like fish. Fresh fish, but fish nonetheless.
Ew.
Now you
If
are.
I
Sorry, go ahead.
if I never smell another fish, it will be too soon.
It's a smell that doesn't go away, really.
And then the small halfling that was your original uh boss, who I'm going to represent using. I had a fellow. Did I have a fellow for him?
While you get that set up, is Rena wearing anything like small, like a necklace or anything like that?
No.
Oh darn, nothing like smaller trinket like.
No.
No hairpins or ties or anything.
No.
Oh, I
God,
did have
you
a
make it
gentleman.
so hard.
I did have a gentleman. He was right here. A halfling walks up to your table. All right, going over your reports. And I can't remember what his actual voice was like, so I'm going with that one.
He had a run in with a bit of helium.
Because that's totally a thing in this world. He sits on the chair neck in between Hart and Reyna, and I hope you guys are okay being seated like this.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
He's good.
Going over your reports, thank you for the detail, by the way. Not aware of the Wilder being as active on this island as they are on others, but as it stands, their assistance was appreciated, and I hope you find a way to let that be known. Or we do. Somebody does. Somebody thank the Wilder. Any case, the only real point of contention that I'd like to bring up is if you still have the crystal that was spreading the water.
I thought Hart grabbed the shattered pieces of it, or somebody did.
I didn't grab anything. I mean, I smacked the bag around a bit, and when the crystal
Then
came out, I shattered it in pieces.
Who has the bag? Because I'm assuming somebody picked it up.
Oh, that would be mine then, yeah. Hang on. He's just kind of like rifling through, just picking out like broken plates. Oh, you got me favorites. Aye. He's kind of
The
like picking
family China!
the family China.
I'm sorry, I didn't break the family jewels, though, did I?
Oh dear.
No.
The halfling just looks exasperated.
Yeah, I'm just picking out the pieces from there. Alright, did you want it in one piece?
I just wanted to look at it, actually.
Aye. Well, just kind of like shoving over the shattered remains of what was the thing.
I see. We're going to have... Do you mind if I take a shard of this so that we can take it to have it looked at to see what it was? there's still some residual magic on it. I can tell. He
Aye.
adjusts his glasses as they glow a faint blue color.
Can I roll Arcana to do the thing?
To see about the crystal or the glasses?
The crystal.
Sure. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Peppercorn stuck in my throat. Oh.
Don't die. Do not.
Man's over here just dying.
Yeah, dying is probably my least favorite thing to do.
You know what they say about the cemetery? People are dying to get in there.
What was that 1,000-yard stare you were talking about, Render?
I'll get on with it.
Thank you, Cass. I'm glad that I taught you how to do that, Kaz, because seeing you use the emote function is very fun. Any case. Let me do this real quick. So he's just kind of looking at the shards. He has one put aside, a decently sized one, but and for the record, to describe what the crystal used to be, it was a dodecahedron type deal, a rough dodecahedron, like a 12-sided dice.
I'm imagining like a Sims plumb bob thing.
Kinda. It's about the size of a tennis ball. Not that that's a thing. Another equivalent would be like Reyna's fist. It is fairly well shattered though, so there is a shard that's about the size of the halfling's pinky that he has set to the side as it's kind of the largest one there, and so the easiest to examine, as he explains.
I sort of lean over the halfling's shoulder, and I'm like, is that mist?
Where?
Look at the shards. There's mist coming off of them.
And as he picks up the large shard, you do see like a faint wisp of mist kind of coming off of it. Oh, that's very interesting. We're definitely going to need to get this looked at.
Is there anything that I could roll to kind of try and figure out more, or is that all I'm going to get?
You can try rolling Arcana again.
Nope.
Aye.
That's all I'm going to get.
But that's not going to do it.
Let me have a look at it. Well, fine. We can both get a. We can. I think there's enough shards.
Anybody who wants to attempt it can.
Well, Hart clearly knows.
Hart absolutely knows everything there is to know about this particular gem.
It's shiny.
It is a fascinating example of a gem of blue. It makes things blue. So how it does it is it depends on the instance.
absolutely beyond him.
Yeah, absolutely beyond him. Gerbrander's not far behind.
Aye, well, I'm taking a shard anyway. I'll be back in an hour. I've got a thing I've got to do.
He goes into a back room and you just hear grunting.
And no one knows what a power tool is either, so they
He
are
does.
equally confused.
I do. I know all tools. Throughout all of time, tools exist and I know them.
Didn't you know? This is the first step for Balric into becoming the god of tools. Both the use.
I'll remember that.
That's so mean.
Just an
patron
errand,
saint of
like an
tools.
errand butcher's cleaver comes through the wall.
Our talks are nice.
It was there.
Yeah, you left that door way the fuck open.
Actually, I did. By saying he was the god of tools.
Well, whenever we find more time to have at least an hour's break between us talking and just doing general stuff.
Easily done. He is actually trying to figure out your pay as it stands, which I cannot remember the original deal, but you did a lot, so he's willing to renegotiate.
I mean, we did kind of just rescue Port Ard.
Yeah, by the way, because it did still take a couple of days to get there, because while she was stress sailing, it wasn't particularly fast, because she's not a sailor.
I figured it out, just not how to do it well.
Yeah. So you were kind of going at a snail's pace, so a couple days did pass. The water has basically all but completely receded by this point.
So everything is nice and soggy, but still standing.
Yeah, a lot of property damage. They're going to be really rebuilding the city for a while. And a lot of people died.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't cover water damage.
Not to... Yeah, don't worry about that. The only expenses that are coming from the middlemen is the giant hole in one of the watchtowers. No one...
No idea.
It was there when we got there.
Uh-huh. Other point of contention, what's this about a Scorpus? Where is he? In the bay.
Likely.
Problem?
You were face to face with one of the most dangerous creatures in the ocean. One that has been recorded as actually having multiple kills for it every year, and you just let it go.
Lad,
He's
have
our
you seen the
friend.
lad across the table from me?
Like 3 different people spoke at once there. Hart, what did you say?
It's like, well, he's our friend, yeah.
Ulrich, what did you say?
Have you seen the lad across the table from me?
Yeah. Yes.
I have the to be fair, I have the highest body count out of all of us.
Aye,
Okay.
just be dangerous.
Out of the people at this table, sure.
Aye, well, with that, I'll be back. He's just gonna,
Okay.
leave the awkward conversation. With a couple of shards, of course.
He goes over here to this table.
Great. Because I have things to make.
He's not... So he's just kind of exasperated, like, you didn't even think of trying to contain it. I'm not expecting you to kill it. If you'd have tried, you probably would have died. But you didn't even think to contain it?
Okay, let me explain. hold on. Let me explain something to you. You sent, well, the middlemen sent 4 people. 1 gnome, 2 dwarves, and a batshit crazy human.
Originally, there was an elf, as I recall, but go ahead.
Granted, but he fucked off to places unknown, and we got Talky McTalks-a-lot back there. You sent 4 people to take care of a really, really big Sawagan problem, and you're concerned about a Scorpus? Huh, no. No. Let's see. Let me recount something here to you. The only reason that the 4 of us are still alive is because of that Scorpus. Now, you don't mess with him. I can almost guarantee you that if you don't mess with him, he's not going to mess with you. Considering the only reason he went and killed that many Sawagan to help us is because they murdered his family in front of him. So, you ask us if we let the Scorpus go? Sure as shit we did. He's a friend. Continue.
Yep, give me 1 second. Yes, I realize this now.
Yes, it seems that the gnome has finally found her balls.
Yes, he's across the room at the table.
Are you indicating that you are my balls, Balric?
Have you read the name?
Sorry. You're right. You are, of course, correct. I just didn't know that there was one that there were Scorpus in the bay.
There is but one.
That's
No.
all it takes to take out a small village. Which has happened before, by the way. It
He
And by the
speaks
way-
human tongue. He'll understand what the hell you're saying.
He is
okay.
indeed quite fluent in common.
Fair enough. Okay, so by the way, Balric, you can roll me up to 3 Arcana checks with advantage because you're heavy studying the shards.
Hell yeah. Let me see here.
And so, what he decides upon. Oh.
Well, you got it.
There. What your patron here decides upon is that while a portion of it is coming out of the middleman's pocket to pay for damages to the tower, and so you do get a slight pay cut for that. You do still have a not inconsiderable 500 gold on the pile. Not to mention whatever anybody else decides to give you. Reyna to the halfling. To answer your question, Bald. Gerbrander. Right. Well, you'll have to forgive me for insisting on taking the gold. Whether or not you keep it after you exit this building is up to you. just for right now, keep the gold. As for this flag, and looking at the ship, we were able to connect it to a small fleet of pirates that are and slavers that were found mostly in the northern reaches of the archipelago, but have been trying to expand from there. This dragonborn captain you described, we are not quite sure what he would have been doing here, especially working with the merfolk and the like beyond the usual. This is only one of many flags, though most of them have the same overall design on them, what with the dragon skull over the crossbones. Though there are variations on it. For example, there are a couple with scimitar. There's one with scimitars instead of bones. It's always a dragon's skull, however. It's usually everything. It's usually all the accessories that change.
Sounds like you have quite a network on your hands to dismantle, then. Directed towards Gearbrander. Do I hear doom music?
Roll me performance, just for shiggles. Normal. It's playing, but nobody else can really hear it.
Are you sure? You'll never know.
Yeah, I'm one of those. So what do you call them? Psychotics? Yeah, that's me.
I mean, yeah, kinda, a little bit, sorta. Okay, so I kind of scoop a quarter of the gold into my little coin purse thing.
Of which gold?
The gold that's on the table for payment.
Oh, he basically puts a sack of gold at each of your spots.
Oh.
He very politely. Okay.
Not
it is.
possible with 500.
I mean, that's enough. Or you can use it for like supplies. That extra
Cool.
50.
We'll take the. I was gonna say because Gerbrander's little pouch has 125 gold in it. We'll appropriate that for restocking. But hey, at least I'm not a rogue.
You could have been. You could be. You might be. Are you?
Not this go around.
Um.
Oh,
And
yeah.
technically, you could even make it better, or at least get a better one. Unless you specifically like that one, in which case you could probably find a way to make it better.
I mean, it was a gift from his wife. I mean, if he takes 50 gold from the bag and leaves the rest, I just kind of like pick up the bag. Anybody gonna object? No?
The one other thing that we can discuss, due to the fact that it was at one point a pirate ship, is ownership of that new ship. That was 3 things of the word ship in one sentence. I don't like that.
Move on.
In any case, there comes a choice. If you would like to keep the ship, at least amongst your little subgroup here, you could sign on to be a proper party within the Middlemen and keep working together, and the ship would be yours, and the Middlemen would be able to hire a crew out to help you out. If you choose not to do that, I will give you each an additional 200 gold.
Well, it's nice having our own transportation. As much as I don't particularly enjoy being on a ship.
Well, we
Hey, well, y'all discuss it amongst yourselves. I'm going to go ahead and order a round for everybody here in the tavern.
the bartender, or at least in the tavern, because there's 7, 8 people in this tavern right now,
Including us.
including you guys.
Y'all can choose to partake if you wish.
And if you don't, we'll just take your share. Ah! Sorry, let me do this. So you'll be taking the ship then.
I'm gonna make my happy way back over to the table to see what's on about. Shoot.
He has a
Moved too
boat.
far.
Yeah, you walk up as he's saying, so you wish to take the ship then.
Aye, it's all yours. I think I'll be heading out after this venture anyway.
You will not be
Aye.
joining? You'll not be joining?
Nay. Hey. Yeah. After nearly dying atop the tower, yeah, I think I perhaps need more time with my family. Just need to think on some things.
Understood. After these, if you wouldn't mind staying some extra time, I can even try to put you into the Middlemen reserves. That way, we don't come to you, you come to us, if that makes sense.
I'll think on it. Oh, and Braine, what's your favorite smelling thing?
Run that by me again?
What's your favorite scent? You know, flowers or beers or what do small girls like?
Roses. I like roses. Weirdo.
Aye, well, here you go. He's just gonna like magically tinker, in the literal sense, a necklace he's managed to craft out of several of the shards, and hand it off to Rena, the small gnome. Aye, it happens to be part of a crystal of water. Not entirely sure what it's going to do, but it does come from the plane of water, or at least I believe that's how it's supposed to go. I was never much into planar things.
Chris, like a gem of water?
Aye, that's the one, and no, you can't have it.
Oh, that's fine. I have the gem. I have the shard I need to really get this examined, but that might just become a very valuable necklace, miss. Watch yourself.
How tightly does it fit against the neck? Like, is it like a choker or is it like a pendant?
Yeah, it's more like a pendant, like, loosely hangs down toward, like, the collarbone-ish area.
So it
Maybe a
sits
little
like
lower.
right at the base of the throat?
Yeah, or maybe, like, a little lower. Like, comfortably so.
I fix it around my neck and tuck the pendant part into my shirt.
Cool.
It's gonna
Something
smell like
Yeah.
roses, too, until I need that for something else.
It does smell very like a very nice bouquet of summer roses.
You just see Raina's shoulders, who is that had kind of been up near her ears, just visibly relax. So, Hart, about that drink.
Hey, it's over with, Barkeep. Go ahead, grab yours.
I step over to the bar. What did he pay for? Like, what?
Ale.
Ale? You got anything more top shelf?
They gave me 5 gold for 8 people, for 7 people, so. And the halfling don't drink, so with his share and mine, because he decided to pay for mine as well, and I can't drink on the job. I can get you a goblet of local vintage of wine, straight out of Otherton.
Ooh, that sounds lovely. Wine sounds lovely.
It's a sweet red, if that makes any difference. He turns around and
Oh,
starts pouring a glass.
you just see Raina sort of relax on the bar stool, waiting for the goblet of wine.
He hands it to you.
She does the whole swirl and sniff.
It smells very pleasant. It swirls quite nicely.
Ooh. She
You
takes
can
a
roll
sip.
it. It's a very smooth wine, dangerously so. For a real world equivalent, if you've ever had Roscato, it's that.
I have not, because I personally cannot drink wine.
Right. I forgot about that. Just know that it is a very good wine, in my opinion, at least. I like it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's a very smooth, sweet red. Does not leave a lot. Leaves a lot of flavor on the tongue without leaving like any type of alcoholic aftertaste.
Nice.
Like some wine, like some drinks sometimes do.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting at the bar sipping wine.
Yep. All right. So in that case, Mr. Braunforge, if I got that correctly,
Aye.
you did give up your share of the ship, so I will only be giving you 100 gold because the ship does not go to the middlemen.
Aye, that's fine. I'm sure I can make use of it.
As for Mr. Gerbrander, no last name given. I will set you up with the shipping registrar here within the next day or so. Congratulations on the purchase of your new ship. I will also go about hiring a crew for you. We have a support corps within the company that will be happy to have the work. Do you find this acceptable? Absolutely. Hart appears to be engaging in a role play with Balric.
Yeah, I just don't want to be that guy.
Yeah. I'm now giving you guys the floor if you'd like to do a thing. You watch as Hart offers the slightly worn captain's hat to Balric.
Aye, lad, and what be the occasion you'll be handing me one of your favourite hats? Well, you just got it, but you get the idea.
Yeah, well, you know, friend to friend, that sort of thing. So if you ever get a hankering to join us, just don the hat and come see us again.
It'll be a great offer. Besides, I need to drink you under the table sometime.
We could start that right now before you go.
I'm not against it.
Well, in
Well,
that
okay.
case-
You hear Raina from the bar. I'd try this wine. It's really good.
Barkeep contest.
Oh no.
All right, just know that the rules of this establishment indicate that the loser pays.
Aye, well, we did just get paid. What better way than to go blow it all?
You think you'll find yourself in troubled waters here, friend?
Aye.
Okay.
Just gonna scoot our boot to the counter here, and we're gonna get nice and toasty and lit for a bit.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna have you do. I'm gonna have you roll a series of Constitution saves until one of you hits 10 or under 10.
Okie doke.
Make sure you keep it as even as you can.
Saves, you said?
Saves.
Oh, I think you're fucked.
Are you sure about that?
No? Weird. Represents character Gerbrander. Give me a second. Ah, that's because it's still connected to the old one.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, it has been a while since we used this map, huh?
Aye, hold on. Get the guy over there to move. We're gonna make room for you.
Oh yeah. Don't
Hey, come
need
on.
to tell me twice.
Better yet,
thank
why
you.
don't we have everybody in on this, huh?
I am not about to have a drinking contest with a dwarf. Last time I did that, I married a goat. I don't remember doing so.
And I bet she was a lovely lass as well.
Aye, good
Greatest
bit of
of
hearts on
all
that one,
time.
aye.
Alright, so
Let's
who's
get
first in
to
the
it.
lineup for the Constitution rolls?
Just go ahead and roll. Each of you roll me one.
The save
gonna-
or the roll?
Saves.
Oh, fuck!
Round one, he's out.
Already?
Heart forgot to eat first.
Oh no!
I am sorry, Heart. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Get
Scheiße.
around there. Round two. Balric's just over here at the edge of the table. I'm doing great.
Looks at the bottle. Oh, this isn't ale. This is Orcish Gruckshuck, imported fine.
That one glass of wine has me done.
One and
Yeah.
done. One and done for everyone.
You know what? One more for the sake of it.
Balric's doing okay. He managed to pass this one. He might even be able to go for another.
Oh God. He's just sitting there.
Yeah,
He's just sitting there
absolutely.
like counting his fingers, like, one more.
The barkeep is laughing his ass off at Balric, going through this entire bottle of Gruckshuck.
If I get one more, I'm gonna start rolling at disadvantage.
Yes, absolutely.
Ah!
Oh my
You're
god.
holding that's three rolls above 20 though. So Yeah, still disadvantage, but there's a reason that I let you keep going to 5.
Alright, lads, let's go for 6. Woo!
Oh yeah, yeah, no, only the actually no. Hart lost the contest, so technically it's coming out of his check. Balric can keep going. Yeah,
Do,
true.
do you guys hear 7?
The two bros next to you are just go, 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 go.
Chug, 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 chug.
They've never seen anybody go through this much Gruckshuck, which, by the way, is an extremely potent grog.
Rainer, can we get some music?
Can I too, please?
Hart can Gerbrander roll me a Constitution save on its own. Yes, you can wake up. Balric
man.
going through. Balric is now halfway through this bottle of Gruckshuck.
What was I on, 7? I actually lost
Yes.
count. Yeah, 7. asking Raina here for like, let's get a jaunty tune going.
Aye, here you go. He just slides you a mead. The guy next to Gerbrander. That's probably wise.
Oh, what the hell happened? Oh,
Gruck.
shit.
The two bros.
Balric's
the
over
two
here like rubbing his shoulder, like I'm going for 8.
the two
So-
bros look at Hart. What happened? Gruckshuck.
I ain't no quitter. So does this mean every roll I make now is at disadvantage if I want to try to continue the contest?
If you think, roll me a wisdom save. Or no,
Okay.
intelligence save. I leave it. You are in that range where I leave it completely up to you to decide whether or not it is in the. You are still a part of the contest. You technically lost, but you decide to go into round 2, seeing as Balric's 8 drinks in.
Balric, I'm gonna be catching up to you. Just you wait there, lad. Aw, son of a.
Oh, no.
Yep, nope.
Just completely just bump.
Just downs an entire. By the way, it's like a coffee mug, is what he handed you of this Gruckshuck.
All right,
It's not
I'm
like
gonna
a
put
full. It's not a full tankard of ale, because this
gonna-
shit is. For the record, you've gone through about 20 gold's worth of Gruckshuck so far.
I'm putting a cap on myself. If I don't beat a 15, I'm out.
Yes,
Not
I
an
will give you
8.
that. Yeah, I'll give you that. Your DC is 15.
Let's go for 9. Yeah, finally.
Nat 1.
Roll me another Constitution save. You get queasy, but you manage to hold back from throwing up.
It just like helmet just whoosh over his head. Just get kaboosh onto the counter.
By the way, Reina,
Mm.
that coin purse that you took from my share, yeah, you're probably gonna have to cough that up. Oh, my character only has 26 gold.
You just came into 500.
But remember, I only took 50 from the bag, and I paid 50 immediately.
Oh no!
And then Reina took the rest.
Oh,
Yeah,
then yeah.
yeah. It was
Oh
50
yeah.
gold worth.
So that means that the bottle's actually already paid for.
Okay.
Balric's over here just having a nice nap.
Oh,
Both,
Art's already asleep right now.
yeah, both of the dwarves are now completely wasted. The bartender's laughing his ass off because he's never seen anybody go through that much Gruckshuck, let alone a dwarf dwarves who around here can't stand the stuff. Because
Recovery drink.
that's probably hair of the dog.
Yeah.
The only cure for a hangover is hair of the dog that bit ya.
Yep. Yep. I
Yeah.
know that from experience.
And because I was one and done, I'm just now registering the request for music. So
Oh! And she busts out a harmonica, which, one, she didn't even know she had, and two, she can't play, and just starts going at it.
and doing
Are you
it
sure
well.
she can't play?
Well, listen,
It
that's
is-
just a matter of opinion. Whether or not you could play it well was out of the question.
You actually have a fun little bluegrass thing going on between the harmonica and the spoons.
All right, I want to see if I could perform with snores in my sleep.
Rolling
I?
performance. Rolling performance.
Oh, that's at disadvantage, but well, whatever.
8.
Since I'm asleep, it might as well. Nah, since I'm sleeping, it is at disadvantage, realistically.
No, 18. Because your instrument is your snores.
Yeah.
And you somehow managed to come. And because they're playing in 4/4 time, you managed to come in on every second beat. So one
nice.
snore 3/4, one snore 3/4.
Hot damn.
We're gonna get
It
like
is the- it is
we're getting like a Weird Al hardware store kind of.
the two dudes next to Gearbrander are friggin' loving it though.
This is straight up like the Weird Al hardware store kind of thing going on, where it's just like sawing sounds and then like drilling coming in on beat.
Well, Balrog, do you want like a sleep power tool or whatever?
Oh god, I don't even know what what would end up happening out of my luck is my left arm would just suddenly like disappear, or right arm, whatever arm I was missing. I think it was my right.
If you roll higher than a 15, I'll actually allow it to happen.
Because I'm just imagining my arm like fading away as I forget to focus on it, and then me falling out of the chair because of it.
So it actually sounds really neat alongside the harmonica. Yeah. Epilogue, who cares? Next day, Hart manages to. You all manage to wake up in beds on the ship. How you got there is completely up to you. For example, Gearbrander and Reyna not being particularly drunk by the end of all that. They might have walked. Maybe Gearbrander even carried one of you guys. Balric has no idea how he got here. He barely has any idea who he is.
Or what happened last night.
Hart has some vague idea of the former two, but doesn't know how he got on the ship. And I'm just.
Well, I have a rough idea of how I got onto the ship. So pretty much what happens is, because I'm a drunken master, I could only move towards the ship in rotating motions, going counterclockwise. So I'm literally spinning around, and every once in a while moving forward while spinning.
Oh my god, that's right! I forgot you were a drunken master! No! Shit! I should have been good.
Man, just rock lead, honestly. This man just rock lead his way onto the boat.
It's just I realized now that I should have been having you roll those Constitution saves at advantage.
Well, it is what it is. I had fun with it.
Yeah. So in any case,
if you think about it, I was not in my natural state because I had not been drinking the entire campaign. You lose your alcohol tolerance that way.
Not to mention you didn't eat first.
That too.
They didn't have any pretzels at the bar.
There was no pretzels. Kind of a shitty tavern. Really good gruck shot though.
For an orchestra.
Oh.
Huh.
By the way, neither of you would have realized this, but they do have food at the tavern. You just didn't order any.
Oops.
Gearbrander and Reyna both ate dinner there.
I'm not the sharpest crayon in the pencil box. I hope you know this.
Or at least it was offered to them.
Listen here, I wasn't the brightest knife in the crayon box. All right.
At the hour that you walk out, which is basically dusk, there are plenty of people at the port, plenty of sailors in the port taverns and stuff like that. None of them want to talk about work. But a couple of them were interested in working with the middlemen, and so handed you an appointment time, basically sometime around noon. So one of them is actually a captain, and just for shiggles, it's basically Will Turner from Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, I'm just giving you basic mannerisms and overall appearance are Will Turner, but he actually knows what he's doing. Will Turner with his wife's skill at sailing ships. Okay, fine.
That Will Turner.
Any case, he knows what he's doing, so he's telling you how to run a ship. The halfling does eventually come up and introduce you to your new crew. If that's a potential new crew, at least. And I'm just going to use the same guys that I've always used for this. So among them is another halfling. You also have a big half-orc, who's a bit weird for this island, but he explains that he travels from here to there. His name is Boris. He is usually used to working in the galley, if that is all right with you.
Does he make borscht?
I can.
I would like a bowl of borscht, please.
You'll have to give me time to learn the galley.
Okie day.
And potentially time to build a galley if you do not already have one.
And so the group had decided to upgrade the ship, slowly and over time, creating the middleman's yacht.
Let me do this. So by the way, the lattice work over here has been repaired, free of as well as I'm pretty sure there was a hole over here as well that has also been repaired. Okay.
By the way, has Mr. Splattered Deadman just been immortalized on the front of our ship? Like they couldn't get his body off?
Oh, we painted that design on.
Oh, okay.
It intimidates vultures.
No, we bronzed him.
Oh! Oh god, I can't imagine. Could you imagine bronzing a corpse onto the ship? Oh, that's horrifying.
Galley. By the way, what used to be the pirate's galley is right here, but it's kind of in shambles. Boris just looks at it and just sighs and gets to work. I'll have names for everybody else shortly, but basically, he hires 4 guys to actually run the ship. Figures that any additional work the three people that are staying would likely be willing to handle. Yep. I'll just go ahead and bring out this captain-looking gentleman right here. That's the one. Okay, we'll use this one so that it's actually different from the last guy. So he's giving you the ins and outs. He's actually doing a really good job of leaving it in layman's terms. So it's like he looks at you. It's like you walk around like you've been on a boat before, just never run one, and so give you the quick rundown, quick refresher on fundamentals, then goes into other stuff. And they set about getting to work. I'll actually give you this instead. You spend enough time with him, and it is on the middlemen's dime because they'd rather you, because you are a middleman, and so they'd rather have you have the skill set. You gain proficiency sea vehicles. Now, yes, and I will say this though. Starting out, you will be rolling at disadvantage for that, so you might want to mark that somewhere, as you are still fairly new to it. In that case, Balric, the only reason you're on the ship is because the token is still on the ship.
Yep.
You're still at port, and so this might be a slightly shorter session because there's just not as much going on.
No, it's fine. Just throw me off the edge. No.
So yeah, Balric is leaving this party. He wants to go home, and you three want to keep going because there's some other things going on. Trying to figure out if I should do that. No, let me do this one other thing first. Sorry, Balric, to set you up like that and then take your spotlight. The halfling who eventually, because I don't want to keep calling him the halfling, especially now that there's two.
The Ling.
We'll call him Jared.
Jared is good. Jared is good. So Jared kind of looks at you and says, "Okay, I have sent the shard off to the shard of the gem of water that you guys smashed, and I'm actually starting to get." And he actually kind of cringes at that, like he's realizing what that means. Like, Any case, we're going to see how powerful it actually is. How powerful it actually was. I would like to commend you on taking it out of the wrong hands, as it were, of this fish bitch. And I'd like to thank you again for your service to Bagginar Isle. Hopefully your payment has sufficed. And I will also give Mr. Gearbrander this dossier of other known sightings of the Dragon Skull Coalition, as we're choosing to call them, so that you can start going about doing whatever you're going to do with that. We will likely be contacted as something of an expert in the matter, if that is all right with you, sir. In any case, the ship is now yours. You have a crew, and you have at least a working captain. Hopefully he'll do all right, though the hired on first mate will certainly be able to help you with anything that you don't quite understand.
Just don't go ramming the ship into any more towers, please.
You did what? You just hear that from
Jared.
from Jared. No, from the other halfling, who is your first mate, by the way. He did what? Ah, perfect. I do have every. Ah, there were 5. You know what? You know what? Fine. It's more accurate to call it a shipbreaker, actually. But yeah. Okay, so we'll do that. Now it is Balric's turn because he's going to be staying on the island, catching the next ship back to his home island.
Aye, well, this is it, aye. Ah, I'm always terrible about goodbyes. He's just kind of scratching the back of his head. I look, lads, you did great. You did great. I just don't think perhaps this isn't the best for me, but for what it's worth, you did great. Aye, and Gearbranner. I think I fumbled that one pretty hard. I'd rather. I Gearbrander. I lad. He just kind of takes a deep breath. You've got a lot going on. Don't be afraid to ask for help, okay? Well, you always were a stoic one, at least from the short bit I've known you. Well, I'll be off. If you happen to find yourself up in the mountains or happen to cross paths with me, just ask and I'll fix whatever you got. It's the least I could do. Oh, and one more thing. He takes out from his good old bag of holding, and hands off to Gearbrander the big old cleaver that he used to interrogate a man, complete with the still recorded message that he had screamed into it. I take good care of it. I haven't reinforced it or anything, but you could always claim it was the lost soul of a man that turned you away, and I know you like that sort of thing. Well, I'll be off, lads. And lass.
Before Balric leaves the ship, Brina just walks up and hugs him.
Yay. Big old hug and all that. Just like the back popping hug.
You started off not like exactly liking each other. You ended this as friends. This island made you brothers.
I'm just glad that he used my proper pronoun.
And
oh, is that your reason? Oh, is that your reason? like, so yeah. Anything else, Balric?
I just remember the name Brawnforge. One day you'll find a shop with that. Right? It's probably going to be a small shop, but it's going to be somewhere. But it'll be there. With that, he's just gonna take his happy butt off the ship and walk back down the dock and give a meek little look back and a quick wave and just keep on going.
I could give you the crew names if you want. I did find the old crew. By the way, a younger human comes scrambling up onto the board after Balric jumps in. Sorry, I'm late. I'm very sorry. What am I doing now? You're swabbing the deck is what you're doing, Jake. Oh, come on. Throws a bucket at him. At the human, I mean.
Punctuality is key.
Oh, real quick, for Reyna's character, don't forget, until like we could determine how to figure that out later. Until whenever that necklace actually does for a 10-foot like range out from you, smell like roses. Like that's actually an enchantment. Oh no, that's just tinkering. So until Balric uses it for something else, that's there.
Neat. So you see Reyna walking around for as long as that smell like roses, looking kind of high actually.
And for the rest of the campaign, she was totally chill.
Nah, I will say it probably goes away in about 2 weeks as you get back home and
Like
start
eventually
fixing
use
stuff.
it for something.
Yeah, as you start fixing stuff.
Yeah, we could roll on it once in a while and see.
Yeah. So in any case, I think that's where we're gonna end it.
Like whenever he's done using the tinkering for whatever he's doing, he just resets the enchantment on the necklace.
Like the messenger from what is it, Twilight Princess, where he's just like, oh, and he's charging at Link from down the hill.
Yes, exactly. I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure streaming with you folks.
Yeah.
And so
Indeed.
I have been Terry the Guest, your dungeon master, judge, narrator, and god. Signing off. Goodbye.
Au revoir.